This is Love from Level Up Consulting Firm, and this is another video with quotes. I know you guys love the quotes. You love it when I put you up on game, and so that's what I'm here for. So, number one, you want to be uncommon amongst common people. I want to be different. I want to be set apart. And you don't have to try hard to be set apart. Most of the time, you just be yourself, and everybody is different, right? Everybody comes from different backgrounds. Everybody has different levels of skill in different areas, and everybody has a gift. I want to be uncommon amongst people who are average. I want to be uncommon amongst people who want to be just like everybody else. Because when you're set apart, you stand out, right? And when you stand out, that's when you get paid. People who are different and extra get paid extra. I will always say that to you guys, okay? Next, readjust your comfort zone. Now, my comfort zone was like up here. Well, you can't really see that, but up here, right? My comfort zone was like way up there. Now my comfort zone has gone higher than that. So now, like, the stuff I'm doing, and this is the part that people don't talk about in business. The stuff I'm doing now is scaring the out of me. It's so scary. Like, you can feel when you're on the brink of greatness. You can feel it. I can feel it when somebody's about to make an order. Somebody's gonna order something in the next few minutes. Last night, I was literally sitting in my bed and something said, somebody's about to order something from your website. And I'm like, oh wow, that's dope. And then the next thing, cha-ching, website notification. I was like, wow. This is wild. Readjust your comfort zone, and there will be no limits for you financially. You will make the money. You have to be diligent. You have to take yourself seriously, and you have to expect to get paid. Anytime I walk into a business, if I'm applying for any job or any type of service I will be providing, I go in with a price in mind. And I don't even tell them what that price is. I allow them to tell me, because sometimes I lowball myself and I'm like, goodness, if I would have said that, I would have been getting paid $300 to $400 less than what I'm getting paid now. You understand? Adjust your comfort zone. Keep pushing those limits. Next, we must change. Listen, nobody who makes progress stays completely the same. Like, they just don't. And this is gonna sound really sad, but it reminds me of like grandparents. When grandparents, you're like, oh yeah, that man ain't never gonna change, or that woman ain't never gonna change. But then like a couple years ago, they were changing because they were making advances in their careers, or, you know, climbing some other type of ladder with an organization or whatever. But it's like, once they stop pursuing those goals, they stop changing as a person. That should tell you something. That gave me chills. That should tell you something. Okay, so keep that in mind. We must change, and we must change for the better, ladies and gentlemen. That's the best way, because change itself is inevitable. Everybody's gonna change. I'm gonna get older. I'm gonna get cuter. Because black don't crack. However, I'm still going to change. My hair is going to get long. It might get brittle. Who knows? But I'm going to change. So the direction in which you change in is what is up to you. Next, if an alarm clock is waking you up every morning, you may find yourself confused in 10 years. Now, this is a good one. Now, this, you already know. The alarm clock, I got that from your man, E.T. himself, the hip-hop preacher, Eric Thomas. And I feel this in my soul. Literally, I don't use an alarm clock anymore. Like, I wake up every day around the same time. It's anywhere between, this is going to sound terrible, but it's anywhere between 4 o'clock in the morning and 7:30. I don't even care what time it is, as long as I wake up early in the morning and I'm able to get my work done for my business, and I'm able to make my breakfast, because I have breakfast around 9 a.m. I always get hungry around 9 a.m. Prepare my French toast, rinse my fruit. This morning I had French toast, raspberries, and blackberries. Absolutely delicious. A little bit of whipped cream on top to avoid the syrup, because syrup is just way too sweet for me now. But I digress. I know what I'm going to do the next day because I plan my days out. That's how you want to be. And you don't need an alarm clock to help you do that. Let your circadian rhythm kick in, right? That natural clock that we have in our bodies, instead of it. That thing is annoying. All right, so life is not fair. Life doesn't discriminate. This is facts, okay? Because a lot of times we think, oh, well, I'm a good person, and, you know, bad things always happen to good people, but bad things happen to bad people too. Life doesn't discriminate. Some of the situations I've been through, thousands upon millions upon billions of people have been through the exact same thing. Is their life exactly like mine? Probably not. But life situations are very similar. People lose jobs. People lose loved ones. People do a change of career. People change their diets. People dye their hair. People go through crises. Like, it's okay. You're not the only one. You're not alone. And if you feel like you need a support group or whatever, look them up online. Find people in your area. Get the support you need. And then kick yourself back into gear so you can get back on track. Because as I mentioned in my last video, it's not about what happens to you. It's about what you do in response to it, right? Next, the right mindset will be the only thing to help you get through in life. Now, I've been told that I was like unusually positive, and I feel like you have to be that way. You know, like, I cannot allow myself to go through something and then at the same time I'm torturing myself by replaying it over and over in my head. And don't get me wrong, I used to be one of those people. Sometimes I still have to catch myself with certain scenarios because, you know, in life humans are petty, and we're like, I should have said this in this argument, I should have said that. And so I'll do a role play, and then I'm like, all right, chill, bro, the situation's over, like, you need to let that go. And I can admit that I do have a bit of a petty streak inside of me that I am slowly murdering, because she doesn't belong there. She doesn't need to be there. And I don't need to complain about things that have happened to me and have a negative mindset, because if I do, that's what I'm going to produce. Whatever you focus on is what you will continue to see. So I like to focus on the good things, like money and vacations and happiness and everything else good and pure. So the mind is trying to find an easy way out, and we will end it there. The mind is trying to find an easy way out. When you are going through something, your brain literally wants to escape, especially if it's extremely like emotionally strenuous, right? Or it's consuming your thoughts. Your brain doesn't want to go through that. It raises your blood pressure. It raises the cortisol in your body, which is known as the stress hormone. And that makes you gain weight. It makes you tired. It can give you headaches. Like, it has so many negative physical implications, negative health implications overall, and you don't need that, right? So you just have to remember, the mind is trying to find an easy way out. That's what I want you to think about when you're saying, oh, I can't do this, I want to give up, this is too hard. Because the mind is trying to find an easy way out. You have to push through those limits. Tell your mind what to do, and then your mind will tell your body what to do. Your mind will say, get up in the morning, get up earlier. Your mind will say, push through this. I know it's difficult, but you need to study. your mind will say, I know this book is boring, but listen to it anyway, right? And as you start to see the benefits of your diligence, I promise you, you won't want to stop. Right now, I'm listening to the audiobook Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill. And initially, there were some other books I was reading, like I'm still not done with The Simple Path to Wealth. But right now, this is just a period in my life where I really appreciate audiobooks because I can listen to them on the go and I don't have to stop what I'm doing to listen to the narrative, right? And that makes me feel really good, but that doesn't mean that I'm going to stop reading or that I'm going to stop listening to these narratives, because they're helping me grow and I can literally see the difference manifested in my life. That's what I think some people are missing, right? You don't see the results right now, so you don't feel like it's working. It's just like a diet. This is a diet for your mind though, right? Feed yourself more of what you want to see. Feed yourself more of what you want to regurgitate, and you will see more of it. If you want to be a more positive person, feed yourself positivity. Stop watching crazy stuff on TV. Stop watching the news. Stop listening to music that is not uplifting you. Like literally, me not listening to the radio has been such an asset to me. It's not even funny. Like, I never listen to the radio. Most of the time, either I'll ride in silence, or I'll listen to a YouTube video with some information, or I'll listen to an audiobook. But I'm constantly programming myself positivity and information. And that's what makes me great. No. All right, so as usual, you guys, my information is in the description box, and do not hesitate to reach out to me if you need me. Level up. Bye.